Warning! The following podcast is not gluten-free, paleo, vegan, or food. This is Crudimentary Questions with your hosts, Sandy and Jill.
Hey, Sandy.
Hey, Jill.
I have a question for you.
As usual.
Okay. How would you describe how an orgasm feels to someone who has never had an orgasm before?
What a poor soul.
Well, they could be young or...
Okay. Well, we're, I would... It feels like... Well, first and foremost, I would like to know if this person has eczema.
Okay. Why do you need to know that?
Because if I am trying to explain to a person who's never had an orgasm before, who also has eczema, I would describe it as what it feels like when you scratch your eczema.
I see.
Because it is this is Crudimentary Questions, guys. It's gross.
Real talk.
I have eczema,
Mm-hmm.
and it is basically under control right now through medication. But there have been plenty of times in the past when I didn't have health insurance or any money and had to go without getting my medication. And so it basically, eczema is like this dry skin that itches really bad and is just in these little patches.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a patch on my ankle for like 2 years. I couldn't get rid of it. And if you've got a particular patch of eczema and it gets itchy and you're like, I can't scratch it, it's bad to scratch it, it makes it worse. Oh my God, I'm not going to do it. And you're holding off. And then like, it's usually after like I'd take off my socks or something, that moment would come where I couldn't hold back any longer. And especially if my nails were like this perfect length, like they're never long, but they're just, they're strong. And then I just dig into my flesh and just scratch and scratch. And as I scratch, it starts with this little bit of just like slightly painful pleasure. And then the adrenaline really starts to kick in as like the pain gets a little more intense and I'm scratching deeper and deeper and the skin is flaking off and it comes out it's underneath my fingernails now and I'm scratching harder and the adrenaline just builds and builds and builds. I draw blood and then yes.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, well, eczema. Eczema is what I have.
Actually, no, I don't want that, even though I think I do have it. I had a dry skin thing.
Okay.
That my dermatologist was just like, I don't know, it might be eczema. And I'm just like, that didn't really help me.
Wasn't helpful.
Thanks a lot, but
yeah, so it's
because mine never itched, so they were like, I don't know what this is.
You know what they call it, dermatitis, and that means it's a rash, and put some shit on it. But yeah, having eczema, scratching a really itchy patch.
Well, and you don't have to have eczema to understand how it feels to scratch an itch that you know, that does feel good.
But I think the extended the amount of time it all takes is why it's so akin to an orgasm for me, because an orgasm for me is this build, and it starts with this like punch of a sensation, and then depending on I orgasm, people actually can orgasm all over like their body can.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be penetrative.
It doesn't. Yeah, and so like, but I'm a clit girl. I like to work the clit.
Me too.
Really nice.
I am also that.
But I learned a new thing. Is
okay.
that the clitoris is not just the little pebble like right at the top of the veg. It's
like inside.
It goes up inside.
Yeah.
And once you think about it like that, it like really does.
It's all about the angle of the dangle.
Yeah, it
really is.
And if you can think like, angle up, because that's where like it's so great. Anyway, it is for me the thing I really love about the orgasm is the build. And just because there's like these peaks and but little valleys where you're like, almost until like the howling.
Yes, and I would say it's like there's a pulsing, it's almost like a heartbeat that's speeding up,
Oh, it is.
And it's like blood moving in your body and like there's just a lot mentally, like I feel like I'm transcending into another realm a little bit, and then like everything is kind of clear
Yeah.
for 1 second, and I was like, oh, I see it, and then I fucking forget everything.
You like see the meaning of life and then immediately forget.
Yeah,
What if it turns out you've had the answer all along?
I fucking don't know.
We just need to be able to pause your mind at climax.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
That would be so funny if that's like humanity has that. Like,
Yeah.
It's an evolutionary thing that eventually, that's why people do tantric sex to have like these long orgasms so that they can see.
And you don't watch Doctor Who.
Oh,
so
I mean, yes.
You do? You do?
I think
those aliens that you turn around and you turn back and you forget that you saw them.
I know that's the thing. I haven't watched Doctor Who in a couple of years.
Okay, this was the Matt Smith season, I believe. I'm also a Doctor Who like half fan. Like I got into it later.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it goes back before I was
Well,
born,
sure.
of course.
We're also Americans, and it wasn't really a part of our childhood.
Yeah.
Unless you had the BBC growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm the same way. I got into it, probably 10 years after the revision, the new one. Anyway,
Yes.
I believe you that these are a creature on Doctor Who because that sounds about right.
These stupid suited alien creatures. Anyway, so orgasms.
Yeah. So they turn around and you forget their face.
Like just that moment of, and honestly, it's not as clear what that moment is all the time for me. Sometimes an do you have levels of orgasms? Like a big one, tiny ones. It's like an earthquake.
It's a Richter
gauge.
scale. It's
a Richter scale.
We got a Richter scale of the O.
We've got an erector scale. No, that doesn't work.
It's an O scale.
O scale.
Something like that. But point, obviously, yeah.
Erotic scale.
Ooh. Yeah. So this was I've had definitely, like 1.5 on the.
Is that good?
Erotic
I don't know how to.
No. I would say it's like the intensity is the same as the Richter scale. So like the smaller numbers are less intense, the bigger numbers are more intense.
Yeah. How does a Richter scale work?
Well, it's plates, tectonic plates.
Oh no, I know that.
But
what are the numbers? I forgot.
Oh, so like 10 is huge.
Okay, 10. It's out of 10. It's not like tornadoes are out of 5 or something, right?
Generally, yes.
And then, but like 1 is bad?
One,
no, 5.
1 is.
Am I thinking of hurricanes now? You guys, we don't know what we're talking about. I'm so sorry.
And these are all like devastating, like natural disasters, like poor people. My understanding of the Richter scale, however, is that there is no official limit. They've just only like the biggest ones, I think, that have ever been recorded were like 11 on the Richter scale. But they're like, it's possible to have.
If the Earth split in half, I wonder what that would be like.
I think
500,000.
Yeah, we might be all done with
we would
measuring stuff
because
because
that's
we'd
true.
all be dead.
It wouldn't matter.
Anyway, on the Richter scale, yes, on the
erotic
orgasm
scale.
Yeah.
Orgasm scale.
On the orgasm scale, yeah, I've had all sorts of ranges. I mean, I just think of 10 as a big number. I've definitely had 10s before.
And I've had multiple, but it's honestly hard for me to sometimes like keep up with that during the moment.
Sure.
I kind of go dumb.
Yeah.
And numb.
Mm-hmm. And then you're like, but it is.
And I succumb.
to the cum. Sometimes you're just like a freestyle rapper, and it's so weird because there's no warning. It's just you'll just start rhyming.
Look, it's because I read a lot of Dr. Seuss and Shel Silverstein growing up.
That's true.
That's not rapper experience whatsoever. It's very.
Oh, I see what you mean. You do have a bit of a Dr. Seuss patter.
It's just iambic pentameter, you guys.
Okay.
I'm not good at anything.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So, do you find is there any sort of pattern to what makes the best orgasm for you?
Yes. So lots. There can't be too much friction, and what I mean, it needs to be like I need to be ready and
lubed up.
Not lubed every time. Just
lubricated. Your body.
My body needs to function correctly, and if not,
it's not gonna be as good.
It's not gonna be as good. So and I've used that warming gel before.
Yeah.
Which kind of it works, but I hear it's not good for your stuff under
The V hole.
Yeah, like I kind of, now that I know that, if I were to use a lube, I would want to use like a plant-based lube. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think you can look up on the internet what is healthy for your vagina, because there is stuff that like you don't want to be.
Maybe the plants aren't good for it.
Yeah, or it's got like or some kind of like a thing that makes it smell nice.
Oh yeah, fragrance.
Yeah, it's got a fragrance, and like my skin's super sensitive on the outside of my body, so the inside bits don't respond well. I tried to masturbate using conditioner as lubricant.
Oh
once,
no, don't do it.
and
Don't do it.
It was wacky.
Yeah.
And it itched like a motherfucker.
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. When I had shower sex, I thought, oh, let's use soap because the water dries your lubrication. So I was like, let's compensate with soap. By the way, sex education in Alabama is really upsetting to me. They should at least taught me, hey, don't use soap in your vagina.
Yeah.
You know, I should have known that because
Hey, Jill,
I'm going to go on a tangent. I've been really upset because my vagina itched for so long.
So you like being lubed up to have a good 10 on the orgasmo scale.
So, so what I've come to fruition about that is it's good. The foreplay is nice.
Yeah.
Either, get him ready.
Yeah.
So that he's all because that's the men help with lubrication too.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yes.
I mean, pre-cum is what that is. It's not full of sperm. It's full of just nice sticky stuff.
But
that helps.
Seriously, guys, if you're not in a committed relationship or ready to have a child, you should seriously be wearing condoms.
Oh, or using some form of contraceptive.
Yeah, even with pre-cum. I mean, just don't fuck around with it.
If you don't want babies, don't try. Even though I'm not recommending it, I am married, and I do have unprotected sex with my husband, but he pulls out.
Yeah, but
that's a new thing we're trying.
Cool.
And I like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's obviously you're in a position to like.
If I were to accidentally have a child, it's not the end of the world.
It's not. Yeah. And but if you're, don't raw dog a rando,
But I will say, going off this now, my opinions. It's my choice. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, and my husband's.
Yeah.
So I, before we were married. And able to possibly have kids. We were doing have I already talked to you about this? We were doing a triple threat against baby making.
I mean, you've told me this.
Off podcast.
Off podcast. This is an information that I do know.
Do you remember what we were doing?
You were on birth control and he was wearing 2 condoms and pulling out.
Okay. Yes, except for the 2 condoms, because that actually is bad because they are more likely to break.
Oh.
FYI. Do not double up on the condoms.
Okay.
The friction of the latex might cause breakage. Don't do it.
I gotcha.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
#, Planned Parenthood visit.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, buy some condoms. But anyway, so
trifecta.
Yeah, so you all the lube.
We need to go back to orgasms instead of safe sex, right? Anyway, so, and you were asked the question, what do I require to achieve orgasm?
Or what's your best setup for it, do you find?
I like to be on top.
Yeah, cool.
Or mounted. Why do I feel so naughty saying that?
Because it's deliciously naughty.
Or sideways.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I
gotta like.
Or bottom.
Yeah.
Or standing and leaning over the bed. If you have a tall enough bed.
That's great.
It's nice.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
You know what? Not a lot not involving orgasm. Except, if I'm just not into it,
I don't understand.
Okay. I just think that one of the things that I require is another human being.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
And I need to be connected to that person, to love that person.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't achieve orgasm with masturbation.
Gotcha.
I may have done that maybe one time. Maybe less.
Yeah.
Maybe 0. I'm revealing too much about myself.
That's fine. This is what this shit is about.
So, anyway, what I'm saying is that I like the connection.
Mm-hmm.
That's what turns me on mostly. It actually, the position doesn't matter now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. It sounds like you're like, what? Which position is your favorite for orgasm? And you basically were like, all of them. Like, just all of them. It's great.
I just listed
That's great.
all of the positions.
Not all of them. But you had to stop yourself.
I guess, like, it's helpful to have it, putting pressure on my clitoris.
Yes.
That is helpful.
Yes.
If we want to get scientific.
Yes. I totally understand the orgasm with the need for connection. I don't have the need for connection, but I enjoy that. And I would say it makes it better in a, I mean, sex and orgasming is like a mental thing.
It's mental. It's mostly mental.
And I've always heard that whole it's more mental for women. And I guess maybe we can ask our guy that, like, if he thinks it's as mental for him, because there is a lot of there's a lot of thinking that goes along when I build up to an orgasm. And having said that, I can masturbate like a motherfucker. I can make myself come very easily, and I've used various toys. I prefer a nice vibrator, and I can just go. I mean, I've had to stop myself because I've gotten like actually worried that that I was gonna like hurt myself,
like masturbate to death,
or just like, because I could. It's like you can feel if you orgasm enough times in a short enough amount of time, your clit will start to kind of pulse on its own, and that's sort of what I'm like. I think I need to like give
give your clit a break.
My clit needs a break. My clit needs to like
give it a day off.
It needs to like hang out on the couch and watch The Office on Netflix with like a bag of popcorn. And have me, and they're just like, you know what, Sandy, I need some me time. Mm-hmm. My clit needs like a bubble bath after I'm done with it, and I love her dearly, but mine is like shut it down all the time. just my vagina is just like, no, I'm not into it. Shut it down. Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, I mean, mine does that too. There are plenty of times I've and anyway, what I was trying to get to. Is this is particularly true when I'm masturbating as opposed to when I'm with a person. When I'm masturbating, I think up scenarios. I daydream. I fantasize. I do watch porn sometimes, but like sometimes my imagination is just better. Yeah. And the actors are better and
cuter.
Yeah. And I've got like this stable of scenarios in my head.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that I just like kind of pull from, like, which one am I feeling right now? Am I feeling like the Christmas party fantasy?
Okay, are we gonna write our sex novel yet? Because I want to pull from those fantasies.
Oh, I could. Yeah, I do have like this desire to get into writing erotic literature.
I want it
because I have incredibly detailed fantasies. That don't always end up with sex.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been fantasizing about blowjobs a lot lately.
Blowjobs?
Yeah, because I love the power and I really like having somebody at my mercy and like watching them like have pleasure and knowing that I did it, Mm-hmm. Like we talked about when we did our erections episode about what it feels like when you realize you gave a guy an erection and how you're like, I did that.
Yes.
And like, you're so proud.
And I've said before, like, how I don't enjoy blowjobs, but I need to say this. It's not that I don't enjoy blowjobs. It's that it is hard work, ladies.
It is hard work.
And men.
It is.
I find myself more I just enjoy the reaction that I give the right now my husband.
Yeah.
So like my favorite moment is when so I kind of have to gear myself up, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you're gonna do this, right?
Yeah.
You've got this.
You give yourself
you can do this.
A pre-blowy pep talk.
Yeah, it's a pep talk. And then
you're like the coach in the locker room.
Yeah.
just guys,
get in there.
That first half, we were slow. We just weren't on the game, man. We weren't on the ball. I'm doing like fondling a scrotum motion.
You gotta do that.
Yeah.
There's a technique that I have that works.
Cool.
But anyway, and so my favorite moment of oral sex, I will say, for fellatio,
yes,
is what you call it, is when I go all the way in with it.
Yeah.
Is that too vague?
No, you're deep throating as best you can. I can't.
I have to use half hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
You can only. I mean, you can't help that.
But when it becomes like, you're teasing at first a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you do the full
mouth.
Full throttle.
The full throttle.
The full throttle.
Oh my God, that's so genius.
I hate myself.
So genius.
I absolutely hate myself.
I love it. Oh baby, I'm going full throttle on you tonight.
And I'm leading up to this is anticlimactic, pun intended. But there's just this moment where he goes,
yeah,
and I'm like, that was why I got down here, and this is why I'm here. This is what I signed up for.
You are celebrating in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's all I need.
Yeah,
that's all I need. It's like pure validation.
Oh God, that is so true. It really is.
That's all I need.
Yeah, and so it's great for both. And I like, but it's interesting because I think some people don't understand that when you are, and this goes for whoever's, girls getting, people going down on ladies going down on, whatever. It's not like when I'm giving a blowjob, I don't orgasm per se, but like, everything else that would lead up to an orgasm is happening. Like the heart rate's going and my skin feels like it's on fire, and
there's a lot of blood going to the sexual places.
There's so much blood involved in sex.
Why do I keep saying blood and it's like turning me on? I don't know. Maybe it's from that vampire
episode. Vampire. We decided smearing blood is sexy. I don't know why, but it is.
If you haven't listened to the vampire episode, go back
and listen.
It's a hot topic. Oh my God.
Anyway.
Yeah, so like, what were we going to look up on the internet?
We should look, oh God. I wonder if, no, there's not a scientific.
There's a lot of misconceptions with orgasms.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, we've been talking about the female orgasm because we are female.
Yes.
But there's a whole other side. There's other types of orgasms that we can't feel.
You know what I think would be interesting is to just ask the question that you asked me, is like, let's see if the people on Yahoo Answers can describe an orgasm.
Describe how an orgasm feels.
Yeah.
Is it like scratching an eczema rash?
Oh God, it is.
I mean, the way you described it almost gave me an orgasm.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's gross. So I don't know how you did that.
I'm very good with words.
That's why we gotta write that novel.
Yeah, I've gotta write the novel.
All right,
let's check that out on the internet and we will be right back.
Be back.
This podcast is sponsored by Boners,
the tent pole in your pants tent.
Inspiring dick jokes everywhere.
Hiding behind waistbands since the dawn of waistbands.
Boners!
Learn more on crudimentary questions.com, where you can find a link to our YouTube channels and social media accounts.
Back to the show.
Hello, we are back.
Woohoo! Jill has been looking up dirty shit on the internet as usual.
How does an orgasm feel?
Okay. What are the beloved masses of the internet have to say?
I will like to say that there's a lot of long answers.
Okay.
The shorter ones are funny.
Okay.
I kind of want to read the short ones.
Do what you got to do.
I feel like the long ones are like copy paste from Wikipedia anyway.
Okay.
So, so I'm like, don't really want a scientific definition of an orgasm.
I gotta say,
we know some of that.
Yeah, we really didn't get into much science, which I think is for the benefit of our listeners.
Yeah, we explicitly said we don't know science. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even know what a Richter scale is. Yeah, I don't know how to measure earthquakes. Okay, so This person asks, how does an orgasm feel and how do you get one?
How do you get one?
Do you get one at Walmart?
eBay.
eBay, okay.
Yeah.
Or
gotta,
Amazon? Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Only.
You got to prime that shit because you want the free shipping.
It's only for Prime members.
Orgasm, one orgasm. The reviews for the orgasm. It's messier than I thought it would be.
Okay, I want to do one. I want another one.
Next time, I'll order 2. They should come in double packs.
You know, my husband's came, but I didn't.
But mine did, yeah. I specifically ordered a his and a hers. We only got the his. 1 star.
Send me a better one, please.
I need a replacement orgasm.
I could do this all day.
Yeah.
Sandy. Okay.
But you got some stuff to read.
Here are the short answers.
Sure.
Because they're stupid and funny. I'm a male, and I love to masturbate, and I think an orgasm for a guy is ejaculating.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Talk to me on Yahoo. We will chatterbait.
Oh my. I mean, how does it, is the question, how does it feel to orgasm?
It is, yes.
And he said it is ejaculating? That is not useful.
Yep.
Ugh,
It's not useful.
I'm sorry. Like, it's useless and it's manipulative. Boo. Whoever that guy is.
Okay, so we'll get a girl. This next one's a girl, I think. Oh, wait. It might not be. I'm just going to read it. It feels amazing. Every girl wants a guy to lick her vagina and make her orgasm, same as we boys. Okay, he's a boy.
Okay.
Same as we boys jerk off. We feel amazing, but when someone else do it for you, it feel 100 times more good.
These are written by 13-year-olds.
Our education is failing.
Is there any answer that sounds like it was written by an adult?
Okay, let's see. This one. Oh, this is weird. The way this one ends kind of harks on our joke a minute ago.
Okay.
Very weird.
Let's have it.
Okay, I'm sorry. An orgasm feels out of body.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah. When people say, I'm going to my happy place, that means they are having great sex, which leads to orgasm.
That's always what that phrase means.
Yes.
It never means anything else.
No. Orgasm equals happy place.
I mean.
And the best way to get an orgasm is from a dick. I believe they can still be found at a local Walmart near you. I just made a Walmart joke.
You just did. You made the Walmart joke. Well, okay, couple things. One, that's very heteronormative, I think, unless it is a guy writing about a guy's dick. I'm just saying some people don't require a dick to get off and, in fact, would very much not like to involve a dick in getting off.
Yeah, I mean, you could use a finger.
You could,
or as we've discussed in the masturbate, a Sharpie. Or a
particularly rigid slipper. Anyway, do you know what I'm saying? Like, lesbians don't want to involve a dick in getting off, and they get off just fine. But sometimes, everybody sometimes uses a dildo, right? You can't buy them at Walmart unless, can you? Walmart. Hashtag Walmart. Can we buy dildos there? Because that would, not that I want to support.
It is a one-stop shop.
That's the thing. If it's a one-stop shop, they should have a sex toy section. Why do they not?
I should not have to go to Hustlers after going to the Walmart.
Yeah, I want to get my groceries and my badly fitted Star Wars T-shirt.
Yep.
A pair of flip-flops.
Yep.
4 different kinds of lotion.
A Nelly CD.
A PlayStation. And a dildo. I don't know why I should have to go anywhere else.
And a Huffy bike. To ride home with.
Just pack it all up on your
Walmart Huffy.
You know what? If I had just exceptionally more money than I have right now and a bike, because I don't have a bike right now, but if I had a bike and had a basket on it, I would go to, there's a Hustler store in downtown Nashville. I would go there, I'd buy a bunch of dildos and put them all in my basket and then just ride home.
Okay. So these are great. Now, I do want to get into actual answers for this.
Sure.
So I'm going to abridge this very long one because there's some good parts.
Yeah.
So an orgasm is all the things you feel and all the things that happen when with your body at the peak of sexual arousal and pleasure.
Ooh.
Good definition. Yeah. It's a reflex we're all born with, just like knee jerks and sneezes. Sneezes.
Oh, sneezes are great.
That our bodies have in response to sexual stimulation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You will definitely know when you have one. There's nothing else anywhere in human experience that feels that way.
Except scratching eczema.
Except, okay, let me reply. Well, this was 1 decade ago, so
Sure. Maybe they hadn't scratched eczema yet.
maybe eczema wasn't a thing.
No, it was.
It was?
Yes.
I thought that was like a new thing.
No. I've had it my whole life. My dad had it.
Oh, really? My
Yeah.
thing's new. I don't know what it's from.
It might be from, you might be having an allergic reaction. But
That's true. Well, anyway,
do you have another adult sounding answer?
No, that's pretty much it. Now, I did look up another question.
Okay, what is it?
Why do we orgasm?
Oh, that is interesting. I mean,
Yeah?
I know why we're horny, and it's to encourage us to
Right.
breed.
And I mean, I like to compare humans to the animal kingdom.
I mean, we are a part of it, so that's
you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
yeah. So,
I hate that I just said that.
it's
but-
okay. It's okay.
So, like, I'm curious because animals don't orgasm? Question mark.
I think they do.
Ooh, Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Do animals orgasm? This might be a better question.
Well, I mean, I guess you don't need to say excluding human beings because obviously we know for sure we do.
Yeah. What I mean is,
Yeah, I know.
Animals.
Because obviously animals bone, but a lot of times if you're watching the nature shows, it does appear like the female isn't always super into it.
Yeah, like I know that there's some weird animal kingdom genitals going on. Like
Yeah.
dicks have a corkscrew
Yeah,
penis.
the corkscrew dick.
I can't imagine that being pleasurable for a female duck.
I mean,
Did I say dicks have a?
Yeah.
Did I say dicks have a?
No, ducks.
I
Ducks
hope
have
I said ducks.
Ducks have a corkscrew dick.
Ducks have a corkscrew dick. I want to do this in a tongue twister.
No, that's what I'm saying. That could be the new thing that we do to get our jaws loose
Ducks
before we
have a corkscrew
podcast.
dick.
Ducks
That's not
have
bad.
a corkscrew dick. Ducks have a corkscrew dick.
Oh, poor female ducks. Anyway, and then foxes. I only know this because foxes are my favorite animal.
Gotcha.
They stick together when they have sex, and it they're yelping the whole time.
I mean, but that's like people.
Yeah,
I mean, some people yelp, some people don't.
that is a good point. I do yelp.
Yeah. I go. I kind of I just kind of the whole time.
You're not a loud orgasmer.
I can be. I got so used to having sex with roommates that and I had a roommate.
You had sex with your roommate. I'm here all night, people. I'm here all night.
She is. We're in her house. Yeah. So, I got used to trying to be because we were the only couple in the house for most of the
You had to be
time.
quiet and
so we had to be respectful of other people. However, we did have a roommate who had a girlfriend who was not respectful of other people's sleep or just any kind of propriety, and she actually howled like a wolf at the top of her lungs. Yeah, I mean, you do you, but I was just like, if you're sharing a house with people, you might want to not do that. Anyway, yeah, I got into the going just louder,
Oh, I am almost too much.
I love it. It's great.
I don't know how to shut myself up.
Yeah, that's just, I think it's great. I think that's it's just wonderful. But did you get an answer from Yahoo?
So, okay, yeah, do animals orgasm? There's been more research on this topic than you might care to know about. No, I care.
Yeah, I do care. I think this is great.
And the answer is yes, at least for primates.
Sure.
According to blah 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 study,
It's real. We promise.
studies of macaques, macaques, and bonobos. These are apes.
These are, I know.
These are primates.
No.
Macaques and boobs. My cocks and boobs.
You are a 14-year-old boy.
A gem. I mean, a boy named Jim.
Yeah, no, you're a 14-year-old boy.
Okay, they reveal that both male and females have orgasms measured at contractions of muscles and tissues in their nether regions.
So they stuck. I mean, obviously we study animals, right? So I just want to know, did they stick like probes, like up in like the ape vagina?
I don't know. You're going to have to look up the study, What We Can and Can't Learn About Sex from Animals.
I'd like to know
Hashtag bestiality.
Yeah, I'd like to know what we can't learn from sex. Like, guys, just turn back. There's nothing to see here. But yeah, I would like to know how they go about, because I know we study animals, but like seriously, do they put a probe on a bonobo dick?
I don't know. It doesn't say, but apparently one ferret researcher, for example,
occupation ferret researcher.
I know.
It's got a business card with that on
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm an FR. Oh, what's that? What's an FR?
It's ferret research. You know,
ferret research.
study the ferrets.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
One ferret researcher, for example, insisted his female subjects climax, judging merely by the looks on their faces.
Okay, not.
Hashtag real legit study.
Yeah, I'm like, have you seen people orgasm and the looks on their faces?
Yeah,
it doesn't always look. It's not like a big smile. Yeah, I'm a grimacer.
Yeah, I don't have very good O face.
Yeah, like it's not. I think it's like the least sexy part of my entire being is my face during an orgasm.
Not at all. It looks more like maybe I'm constipated or something.
There's a lot of, I mean, muscles are contracting, so it's a lot of like pushing out of shit, honestly. You probably have the same face. I got my O face is the same as my shit face.
Your oh shit face is even more the same as both of them.
I think my oh shit face is more attractive than both of those.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, yeah. So anyway, with the ferret researcher, does he have anything else to say other than
no?
He's like, they started to smile.
But I do want to go back to quickly. Why do we orgasm?
Sure.
It sends a signal to your brain, which releases a chemical called endorphins, and thus you get that awesome feeling.
Yeah.
It's sexual desires and good feelings associated with sexual activity exist to encourage reproduction of the species. Duh.
I mean, we know that. I guess yeah, my question was like,
it's encouragement.
Yeah, you can, but I feel like being horny is encouragement. And then you stick the thing where you want to stick it. And then I guess if nothing happened, I suppose, yeah, you'd just be like, "Oh, nothing happened.
Why are we doing this?"
Yeah, why are we doing this? Yeah. You need the climax. You need the finish. I mean,
you got to have the gratification of what you're doing. It's funny that we're I mean, when animals have sex, are they thinking, "I can't wait to make a baby with you"? You know?
Instinctually, yes, I believe so.
Though
I mean,
I don't know.
There are, and we can get, this has got to be a topic for some other time, but I know there are
orgasms too.
Well, there are animals that do have sex for pleasure and not reproduction only.
Right, because there are animals that exhibit homosexual behavior.
Yeah,
so they're not trying to have babies.
Well, yeah, and if you've ever had a pet that wanted to hump something,
yeah, they're just going on instinct.
Yes, they need to rub their genitals on stuff.
They love it.
It's just the way that we do, as you know, we have discussed in depth.
Which is why, yeah, I like the freedom there. But
yeah. So we should move on to our next segment.
Yes.
Where I believe, have we decided that we are going to ask this gentleman?
Well, what do you think?
To describe an orgasm.
Yes, I think we should get a man's perspective of how he
how does it
experience.
Describe to us how it feels when you orgasm.
Yeah, and theirs is more specific because ours could be like at any time during sex and multiple times, but theirs is literally at the end or climax.
Yeah,
when they ejaculate.
They've got a very linear journey.
They do,
and women have a
up and down,
a much more ziggy zaggy. Peaks, valleys, all over the place journey. So that is very interesting because I definitely when I'm trying to orgasm, I am trying to get to the end, but then I'm just like, well, let's just hang on to the next one.
Let's keep going.
It's
not over until the fat dick ejaculates.
Yeah, it's not over until the fat dick sings because they sing, man.
Yes.
Oh wow. All right, let us. We'll be right back.
Okay. See ya.
Ask a guy, we need a man's opinion, so we'll ask a guy.
Hello, Brandon.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Could you please describe for you what it feels like to orgasm?
Yes. We'd like a man's perspective of how an orgasm feels.
Well, they're usually, let me see, they last about like 15 minutes.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What?
And it's very transcendental.
Oh, come on. Are you
kind
fucking
of-
with us?
Hey,
Yeah,
let him
I'm fucking with you.
Oh.
Let me see. They're pretty quick.
Keep going.
Let's see. That's the first characteristic, I would say.
It's fast.
Describe how it feels.
Yeah,
I
how do
guess?
you
Is that what you
feel?
said?
How do you feel? when you have an
Let's
orgasm?
see. It's exciting,
Yes.
I would say. It's very exciting. Yeah, pretty short. The build-up is great, and then it tends to, when it's happening, it happens pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a
guys sound you're
rush
getting turned on by
of
that.
any?
You guys are getting turned on. I can hear you.
Oh,
Perverts. Y'all a couple
Well-
of perverts.
yeah. I mean, we just want to
Um,
know because it's got to be different from a woman's perspective.
We've discussed our experiences. So yeah, we want a
Okay.
dude's perspective. So yeah, like so you have this. You said it's exciting.
Yeah, I need like a frame of reference, what to compare it to. Like, so
yes.
what have you guys said? Can I ask that?
Yes. Well, I said like pulsing and like I go numb, blood rushing everywhere.
Blood rushing everywhere. We talked about climax, like when you actually climax, kind of like seeing the face of God and then immediately forgetting it.
Yes.
Yes. You agree?
I would say there's that. I think for me it's like right before, like when you're the most turned on
Mhm.
and like you're getting close, especially like sometimes you'll have sex or whatever and you're not in the biggest mood to do it, but like say you haven't done it for a while and you're really really turned on,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're doing it and you're just like, I don't want this to ever end. This is the greatest thing ever.
Mhm.
I want to do this all night long. And then the second I come, it's like, okay, I want to go do something completely different. Like, I'm done with this. And I feel like that's where, like, I think it's a stereotypical thing for men, but it's true. It's like, once you're done, it's like, you're done.
Oh wow.
Like, okay, like, I feel like this, like, everything, like, you're like, that's like when you hear in a movie or something, they're like, you tell somebody you love them, like when you're having sex or right before you come, and then you're just like, oh God, what did I say?
Yeah.
It's like, but you believe it in the moment, It's kind of like when you get drunk and you tell people like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to change the world and it's the greatest night ever. And then you're like, yeah, I'm not going to do any of that.
I would just like to say that is such a good description because it does feel like a heightened reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you
Absolutely.
can like climb Mount Everest in that like I'm king of the world, Leo on the Titanic moment, and then it's over, and then yeah,
And then you want to take a nap.
or I generally
Yeah.
just
It's
wanna,
like, and it's not even like, it's like, I don't even want to kiss or anything. It's like, I want, like, you go from wanting nothing but that, like, you want to be in that moment forever to being like, I want to be as far from this as possible. And I don't know how to describe that. It's not like a feeling of guilt or shame or disgust or anything. It's weird. Especially for me, being married 10 years, it's definitely none of that. It's like a satisfaction has been met.
Mission accomplished.
And mission accomplished. And time to move on. Time to go hydrate because I'm probably about to have a heart attack.
I love it. I love this because it reminds me of every time I have sex with my husband. We right after the deed has been completed.
yeah,
And the quest is over. We retreat to
Yeah.
our separate bathrooms to.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
You
that's
know.
when, like, the behind the scenes stuff, it's like, all right, cleanup time, do what you got to do. I'll do what I got to do.
Mhm.
Let's
There's-
meet back here in 5 minutes and watch Netflix.
seriously.
Like, get back. We missed this week's Survivor, so I guess we could watch that now. Or
I'm really glad you're confirming my lame after sex time as actually quite normal and nice.
Well, you're not the only one, Jill. There's a lot of like, you gotta go to the bath. You gotta wipe your junk.
yeah, there's a lot going on there. You gotta
clean up.
It's fine.
you gotta think about the long game on that. I mean, you don't want to UTI or anything.
Well, yeah, you have to pee after, otherwise stuff gets trapped in your urethra, which causes an UTI. I know this really well because, yeah, happened to me, dude. I understand.
Right?
And so I'm religious about peeing after sex. You got to do it. You got to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing is, have you ever lost your underwear after? Because I have.
Oh, every time.
Oh, you just can't find it.
So we usually,
stuff.
not permanently lost it. No, we usually, my code for it, well, we've got two things we do is we either trade. I said, do you want to do a trade tonight? Which is I get a hand job, she gets a back rub.
Oh my God.
Okay. Or if
awesome.
we're going to both in the mood to have sex, I said, do you want to smooch tonight?
Oh,
So those
you have
are safe words in front of the kids.
Gotcha.
And, so what we'll do is once they fall asleep, we'll leave them in the beds and then we'll go out in like the living room or something. And no matter which room you're in our house, we've got like 20 pillows and 20 blankets.
Oh,
because our family loves. Our family loves to lounge and wherever we are.
Mm-hmm.
So we always, and I'm funny because I just like to. I'm definitely more like freaky or whatever. But usually we've got some clothes on, so of course then we're undressed, and afterwards, like when we're talking about going our separate ways or whatever, then you come back and the meet 5 minutes later when we're both like throwing things out. You're like, oh, I think this is your underwear. This is your shorts.
Oh, yeah,
Here's
yeah.
mine.
You go for You have to collect yourself.
Like we're rummaging in a yard sale for clothes.
This is yours.
Like,
This is
"Dude,
yours.
you should try this on. I think this is for you.
That's oh God.
We're
That's great.
always in the dark, so it's more like I think I have your pants on.
Yeah.
Do you want these back?
Just yeah. Well, anyways.
See, I'm not, and I don't want to get in too personal with people, but yeah, I can't. So I'm your typical guy. It's a visual thing for me a lot of the time. It's not emotional.
Sure.
So I need to see her when I'm doing it.
Yeah, we were talking about how a woman's like orgasm a lot of times is very mental, and so we have to think
absolutely.
of a fantasy or scenario. And so you're saying that you don't need the fantasy or the scenario. You just
Well, actually, I mean, sometimes like context and stuff or something like that can definitely help. Especially after all the years. You like to mix it up, so a little something like that. But also, like if it was just pitch black, like it would be really hard for me to come, I think.
Oh, that is.
You like the sight.
Cheeky, that's really cool that you like.
Yeah, honestly, and if we want to get really personal and deep down into it, so me being circumcised, I think like most American boys, there's a certain lack of sensation. So a lot of times, to be honest, you don't even like, especially if like a woman is, really wet or whatever, you might not even feel it that much when you're having sex.
And so are you saying you need the visual to kind of make up for that?
Yeah, you need extra stimulation.
This actually goes into a question that I wanted to ask you. And when you orgasm, do you feel it in your balls?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Don't think so, no.
Okay.
You don't feel the sperm coming out of your balls?
No, and you know what? I remember in high school, there was like this famous porn star, 'cause, that's what guys do in high school is watch porn all the time together.
Sure.
And there's always this one dude we saw who didn't have balls, but he would have an orgasm. He would come. So I'm like, I guess you don't need balls to come. And I was wondering about the science behind that.
So the balls only carry the sperm,
the sensation is definitely not in the balls. But ladies, feel free to play with your husband's balls.
I mean, that's what my understanding is, that it feels good if we play with your balls, but you're not like, because like we did discuss that, like when we orgasm as women, just as our true experiences, like our whole body like shudders.
You have to touch balls.
Yeah, we require the ball touch.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
But like we feel it in our body, like our whole body. Feels it, and you're saying that does not happen.
Which I can see that. Like I can see like, my wife sometimes almost like this like quiver like in her stomach or something. But yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I say for me personally, I guess it's probably more isolated into the so much so that it's isolated. It's not even feeling in the balls. It's just in the shaft and the
Wow,
head.
in the head. Well,
Yeah, I mean, that's why, sometimes it's like, especially for me too, like if I've been if I've had like one beer,
uh-huh.
it's a lot harder for me to ejaculate. Like I can get an erection, but like, it's like the feeling is even less. Like if I've been drinking,
That's
So,
called
like-
whiskey dick, actually, if you want to know.
yeah, there you go.
And it's a real
they
thing.
call it
It keeps people from having sex all over the world. We really need to bring awareness to whiskey dick. It's a problem.
Yeah, right.
It's a
Yeah.
serious problem.
It is,
Prescribe you
because-
with whiskey dick.
I
and
gotta tell
condoms.
I do not get whiskey vag.
No.
Like I get I get super horny.
We get super horny. Here's the thing, so do the
Exactly.
boys.
Same with, I don't know if my wife really gave me permission to talk about her or not, but yeah, she, like if she has a couple of drinks, that's when she gets really turned on.
Yeah.
For me, it's complete opposite. Complete opposite. I could be like, want to have sex all day, and then you give me 2 beers, and I'm like, all right, no sex tonight.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Good.
It's the opposite for my husband.
But does he get horny when he's has a couple
when
drinks?
he drinks, he still wants to fuck, but he just can't.
Oh yeah,
And he gives up.
You can't,
Well, I'll do that too. Yeah. Sometimes if I'm really still just like, sometimes I will still just be like really kind of turned on in a way where I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I just want to do it. Let's get freaky. And then it's just like, yeah, sorry.
Hell
I,
yeah.
can't
Can't
finish
finish.
can't finish the job. Sometimes you just can't.
Luckily,
finish
she doesn't give a shit because we're not courting if we want to go old school.
Oh
like,
yeah.
We've had the kids, we've done everything. She's like, oh, I got off. I don't care. As long as you're cool with it, if you're cool with not getting off, I'm cool with it.
It's so much fun to communicate, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
if you're in a sexual relationship, you got to be communicating because you want to get each other to orgasm because it's wonderful and intimate and also hot and fun. So we
Yes.
just want to we're going to let you go now.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your
Yeah, I don't know if I went too deep on my explanation.
You can
or
never
not.
go too deep with us, Brandon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like a good
We
deep-
like a good
I
deep
think I would have had
conversation.
to think about that a little more. It's hard to actually sit there and think about actually
Orgasms.
describing the orgasm. It's like
It's
good
a
brain
good
exercise to
topic. I think
because- yeah.
it's something we all can share in.
I'd say it's short and sweet. That's what it is. It's short and sweet and very isolated to the penal.
to the
And
shaft.
now
Yeah,
let's
for
all
me.
take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all ready for
Well,
a
there is
nap.
that euphoria. Actually,
Yeah.
there is that euphoria, like we talked about too. Just to recap, like that whole like this is the greatest moment ever. Like
Yeah.
we're so in love and let's have 20 more babies and let's just have sex 24 hours a day. And then you're like,
All done?
okay, never
Okay,
mind.
that was nice.
I didn't mean any of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we definitely appreciate you did a lovely job explaining
Oh, good.
explaining your orgasm experience, and I really do feel like I understand it better.
Me too.
Good.
So we thank you so much, and
So I had a little performance anxiety going into that. I wasn't sure if I was gonna-
everybody
didn't know if
does.
I'd be able to
It's okay.
It happens to
satisfy
every.
your guys' needs.
No,
on
we
this.
satisfied. I mean, I
Oh my
think that
God.
I
Let
think
me
that
go
we're
now
both
while I'm
good.
Yeah.
Thank you
Digging a
so
deeper
much,
hole for
Brandon.
myself.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
That's our show, guys.
That's our O face, guys.
Yeah. Thank you for riding on the O train.
The O Richter scale?
The
Orgasm scale?
The orgasmus scale. We never really decided on a name there.
No, but I rate it 5 on the erotica scale.
I think this episode rates a solid 10 on the erotica
you're giving
scale.
it a 10.
I do, just simply because of the eczema description. Because I seriously, guys, I got wet.
I did too. I mean,
Describing that.
I know what I'm going to fantasize about tonight, and it's
Yeah.
going to be the patch on your ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jill's gonna get off to my ankle eczema patch. Guys.
Just getting chills thinking
Yeah,
about it.
It is hot stuff.
Oh, we just want to thank Brandon
Oh my
for his
gosh.
just openness and explicitness and
and just I love getting perspectives from so many different kinds of people, and like being,
different angles.
Yeah, and yeah, we really appreciate him calling.
Yeah, and
Him answering our call.
and what do you want to leave with everyone? Go get an orgasm.
Guys,
You can pick
they
'em
are they are on sale on Amazon. his and hers.
Free shipping, 2
Yeah.
day shipping.
But Prime members only.
Prime members, you got to buy that Prime membership.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't get your orgasms, but just without the Prime membership. But I also just want to say that make sure you really like specify that it's very important that the hers also come with the his. You
Yeah.
know, because sometimes
You
they
gotta
like to
get
leave
both.
the hers off. So, and write reviews, and I think it's good to know. You know, it might get messy. You know, but
Send us your Amazon reviews of orgasms.
Yes.
That would be I think that's a good prompt.
yes, that's excellent. Yeah.
Send us your Amazon reviews of the orgasms you bought or that didn't arrive in time for your event.
Yeah. So, yeah, we appreciate your listening and have a great week. Stay crude, dudes.
That's right. See you next time.